questions are very important from the examination point of view, because when the output question comes in the exams, this multiple assignment question plays a very important role. Alright, let's proceed further to the simple input and output. Alright, now simple input and output. In Python we can take input from the user using the built-in function input. We all know this. Let us quickly revise. So a variable is equals to input, message to display, and we all know that input is a function that takes the data in the form of a string. Now see this example, marks is equals to input, enter your marks. So this is input, you are getting the marks from the students. Let's say the end marks entered are the marks entered by the user is 100. Now if I say type marks, so you remember type is a function that prints the data type of a given variable on the screen. So it will give you str, because input is a function that accepts the data in string form. Now what is the problem with this? If I am taking the data in numeric form, but input function takes it in the string form, what will happen? You cannot perform all the arithmetic operations with the value you have obtained through input function. See what is happening here? I say salary is equals to input, enter your salary. So if the salary entered by the user is 5,000. Now if I say bonus is equals to salary into 20 divided by 100, that means the value which I have obtained from the user is in the form of string, and you are trying to multiply that string by 20 and trying to divide the value by 100. So what type of error will it generate? We did the same thing in the last class also, students. You must be remembering type error. It will generate a type error, that is, you cannot divide string by integer value. Remember? So this will generate a type error. Only I received one answer from your side, children. You are not answering whatever questions are being asked in the video. Please try to answer, so that I come to know how much you people have understood. Alright, let's proceed with the positive note that from next time onward you all will be answering. Alright, now the problem was it was generating a type error because input function takes the data in form of string. Now what is the solution to that? The solution is that we convert the data obtained through input function either into int function or into float function, depends upon our requirement. Now let us see how we do it. We have done so many examples, so let us quickly see the examples. Now see, input enter your age. We have used the input function enter your age, and then the entire statement has been given in the function int. You see here age is equals to int and then input bracket close. So print type age. Now if you see the type function of age, you will get int, because whatever we have obtained through input function is now converted into int. Similarly, whatever you have obtained through input function, that value can be converted into float. The same way we used the int function. Now if I say print type salary, you will get the data type as float. So again a very simple thing. We have done so many programs based on this. Next we have print function. Print is again we are very much familiar with. Let us quickly do it. So print function, what does it do? Print the data or message on the screen. It has two more optional parameters, that is separator and end. Now the separator means if you are trying to print more than one message through single print statement, so what should be the delimiter in between them? Means you want all the multiple strings to be separated by space or by something else. So generally by default it takes the space as the separator, and the end, this end tells you that what do you want to print at the end of that string. So let us see the examples here. See the example 1, print welcome will print the welcome on the screen. Print 100 will print the 100 on the screen. If I say age is equals to 20, now this is the second thing. We are combining two things here. One is the message and second is your variable, and both the things are separated by comma. As per the syntax, we separate them by comma, and this comma also gives a space. We'll see to it. See, print your age is, so first of all your age is will be printed, and then This comma will give a space automatically. Why? Because the default delimiter is space. We are not specifying the delimiter, as I told you here. See, the separator we are not specifying, so by default it will print space, and then the value of age 20 will be printed on the screen. Alright, let us see some more examples quickly. Example 4, we have taken enter radius and we have converted into int so that we can perform arithmetic calculations on the value of r. So, area of circle, then comma, and then the expression you have written. So, this is completely valid. Next, print Amir, Akbar, Anthony. Now, you see here we are having 3 messages or 3 string values. All of them are separated by comma. Since we have not specified the separator, so by default it will give you space in between the strings. So, see the output Amar, Akbar, Anthony. Space will automatically insert it between the different values as a separator, because the default value of separator parameter is space. That is why it is giving you space by default. You need not to put a space after Amar or after Akbar or after Anthony. The default space, the default separator is space, so space will come automatically. Let us see some more example. If you want to change the separator, you want to keep the separator, different separator other than space, then we can specify the separator is equals to whatever value you want to give instead of space. So, see this here, print, this print, please make it as a small p, print Amar, Akbar, Anthony, 3 strings separated by comma, comma again. This comma is to separate this parameter from this parameter. So, separator is equals to asterisk asterisk. So, I have given one more string asterisk asterisk. Now, see the output Amar, separator is asterisk asterisk, Akbar asterisk asterisk, and then Anthony. Alright, now let us see some more features of print function. So, the next thing is \n. Again, we are very much familiar with \n. This \n stands for new line. This n is for new line. Alright, and this backslash means this is, remember students, this backslash is escape sequence. Escape sequence you must be remembering, when I put backslash in front of any character, so it negates its literal meaning and it becomes a special character. So, \n means if I write simple n, it will be taken as n, but if I write \n, so this n will not be taken as a literal n, rather it has a specific meaning, that is new line character. Alright, so let us see the examples. If I say print learning Python and then print developed by Guido von Rossum. Now, see here, every time I write down a print statement, it will give me the output always on the next line. So, if I want to print these 2 lines on 2 separate lines, I have 2 options. The first option is I can write print, alright, then again print statement. But if I want to write down only single print statement, but I want output to be on 2 separate lines, then I can make use of \n. Alright, now let us see how does it work. I just show you how does it work. So, if I say print hello, I want next line to be printed on the next line. So, what I will do, I will write \n. So, this \n is working as a escape sequence and n will work as a new line, and after that if I say without closing this double quotation, without closing the string, I write how are you, close the double quotes, bracket close, and then you will see the output. How come the output will display? The output will be displayed as hello, how are you. Got it? So, with a single print statement, but with the use of this \n, what did I do? I print the output on 2 separate lines, but I wrote only single print statement. Alright class, just a second. Okay, where were we? Output through print we have done this much also, this one. All right, we were here. Now we can change the value of n to any other value. So end is equals to any new value. You want your this particular string to end with what string, that you have to specify here. All right, so please practice all these parameters on your IDE. All right, now let us see the simple program. You can please try all these simple programs on Python IDLE. So we have taken two separate variables, number 1 and number 2. I am taking two values, input, and then converting it into int. All right, now after that I am taking third variable, num1 plus num2, and then print result is equals to comma num3. So the execute after typing this entire program, press F5 and get the result. All right, let us proceed further. All right children, now these are few programs that we can do on IDLE. So these are very simple programs. You have to get the data from the user by making use of input statement and convert it into int or float, depends upon the question, depends upon the problem given to you. Radius and calculate area of circle, then enter name, marks of 5 subjects and calculate total and percentage of students. Then we have distance in feet and convert it into inches. You should be knowing the formula, apply since you all are mathematics students, so you can do it on your own quickly. Value of temperature in Fahrenheit and convert it into Celsius, and then enter a radius and height of a cylinder and calculate volume of cylinder. So all these are very small programs. It won't take more than 10 to 15 minutes. Do all these programs in your classwork register and take a picture and post it on the Google Classroom. You will be marked on this particular assignment class. Please take this assignment very seriously. Do it, take a picture and post it on Google Classroom. That's all for today students. We'll continue with the next class with the new topic, that is data types. All right children.